Take a look at these two cards. I want to show you how you can take this and turn it into this. So I'm going to give you 6 quick, easy cards. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All of these came from one sheet of designer series paper. One sheet with making 6 cards. Actually, there's a couple more too. I started with this card here, and then I upped the scale to a little bit more. Same sheet of paper. There's just one more of the elements that came out of it. And then I pulled it all the way up to this. Can you imagine being able to get 1, 2, 3 totally stepped up cards from one layout? Let me show you how I made this. I started with a card base that comes in the Embossed Designs Mix and Match kit. They're already pre-embossed for you, pre-scored for you. And they are a little bit bigger than an A4 cord. They're 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. They come in 2 patterns, a stripe pattern and a bubbly pattern. Both of them are absolutely amazing. Then I took some vellum paper and I die cut it using the dies from the Lovely Arrangements embossing folder. I used this die here and cut on the 2 corners. This gets added in with just some snail adhesive adhesive, the tape runner stuff. And I just put it in the middle and then popped it right down. The vellum doesn't need to have 100% of adhesive. It'll stay with just that little bit there. Then I took a different piece of the designer paper and I cut a couple of these out. I did 1 1/2 because I want to attach them over the top of each other so that we have an extended focal point. So I'm going to pop that down over there. And that makes this element a little bit longer than what the die cut gives you. Super nice there, right? I'm going to add some adhesive to that. I'm just going to kind of run it down the center of a couple of them. That should be plenty of adhesive. A little bit of this stuff goes a long way. And we're going to just go right in the middle. And it's just glued right down. A nice subtle background piece, right? I used 2 of the images from the Lovely Arrangements stamp set. I just used these 2 flowers here. And some Secret Sea ink. And I need to have 2 of the larger ones. 2. And then 3 of the smaller half ones. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then these get die cut out also with another, with the dies, the 2 dies here. So these get die cut out and we end up with all of these pieces here. And I also die cut out of some Secret Sea, some of the leaves. So we need a few of the leaves in there too. And this was just, I love that these dies just have this little embossed little cutaway. So you don't have to really do a lot of work. The dies do the work for you. Okay, and then I'm going to add some of these in with dimensionals. So I'm going to add in 1 large one. And I'm just going to kind of get it, let's see, right about here. That looks good. And then the second one, the second large one, will overlap slightly here. Okay. Then this one here, I'm going to put the dimensional on the side of it. And I'm going to double stack a dimensional on the left side. I'm trying to get a lot of texture going on here. And that I'm going to overlap on some of them here, just like this. I'm going to kind of curl these petals up a little bit. Another way to do that is to take your bone folder and pull across the image. It'll also curl them that way if you're afraid that you might bend the petals too much. Right, then this one here is going to go on double stacked dimensionals. I love these flowers, so subtle with just this blue outline. I'm going to pop that one up right about there. And then this one here, I'm going to just put on one dimensional, and I'm going to pull it down into the bottom here, just like, oh, this looks good right here. Okay, so that's the arrangement of those. I'm going to use liquid glue and bring in some of these leaves. So it's easy to tuck them. I didn't cover the whole leaf or the whole flower with dimensionals so that we have a little bit of room to tuck these leaves in the back side of it. I'm going to just put this one on the front, just like that. And I want to actually attach it to the back side of this petal or this flower here. Okay. Just like that. Whoops, get my fingers out of the way. They're kind of stuck there. Okay. And then this other double one here, I'm going to tuck in on this side, right under there. I like that it overlaps the leaf like this too, gives it a little bit more character. And another single leaf here, I'm going to slide in under here. And again, it's going to give it a little bit more texture because it's covering part of the leaf or part of the flower. Want it to look a little bit more like a bouquet, right? And this one I'm going to just kind of put in between these two here. Oh, I keep bending that. Kind of put that in the middle there. Right? Then I'm going to add some ribbon. You know me and ribbon. I love ribbon. And I do my bows by doing 2 bunny ears. And then I tie the 2 bunny ears together. That seems to be the easiest way to do that. Then when I'm going to shorten the bow, I want to hold the center and pull one side and then pull the other side because I want it to stay as flat as possible. That way, when you put your card in the mail, you don't have all of that extra bulk because it doesn't actually twist around a whole bunch. Grab my scissors, give this a little clip there, little clip there. I think that tail's a little too long. I got to clip that a little better. There we go. All right. And a glue dot is the best way to put these on. And when I do my glue dots, I push the ribbon to the glue dot. I don't pick up the glue dot. I don't want to have to touch the glue dot because they're really hard sometimes to do that way. And we're going to put a little bit of bow down there. Okay. Now we need to get some stamping done. Again, I want to get the secret C, use my embossing buddy because I want to get the static off of the paper. I'm going to use my Versamark ink and get my little banner sayings. The banner saying stamp has all sorts of cute little verses, and you're going to love how this works. We're going to stamp that in Versamark ink. It's a clear ink, but it's like tacky. And then I'm going to get some white embossing powder and get that on there. Shake that off. Got a couple of little spots here anyway, right? We'll wipe those off. And then we're going to use a heat tool to heat set this. I like to start on the bottom of the paper, kind of warms it up from the bottom a little bit. It also helps with the curling that happens. Then when I flip it over, it curls more into a flat rather than into a whole, curvy thing here, okay? So that's done there. Now the banner sayings stamp set has a triple banner punch. This punch works on all of these greetings. So it's a super easy way to get your greeting punched out in a very pretty little banner here. There's multiple banners. You can use any of them. And this, I'm going to put on a couple of smaller dimensionals. I'm going to get my mini dimensionals out here and put a couple of them on there. Super easy to do. I love dimensionals. They are like my go-to in my stamp room. That is for sure. And I'm going to just put that right over that one flower right there. Okay. You know me and bling also. I like bling. So these are the Moody Palette Glossy Dots. I'm going to add a couple of these in there too. Let me get a couple here. I'm just going to add like one there. I like to do things in 3s or 5s just so that you have a little bit more balance. I'll grab another large one here and pop it down here just for a little bit of extra bling, right? And voila, you have one wow card. Now remember, this started from a very simple stamp set. So this started from a very simple layout, this very simple layout right here. And then I turned that into another layout with a little bit more pop to it. Pretty easy to do there. These are just 2 of these flowers with a little bow. And then it becomes this wow card. Isn't that just amazing? What did you think? Taking the simple card and turning it into a wow card. Which one do you like the best? And did you realize that you could actually do a same layout, but come up with 2 totally different ideas? I'd love to know your comments. And if you like these wow cards, don't forget to check out my Stampers Club Create monthly class. You're going to love how those turn out. Bye now. Have a stamp happy day.